We're live. Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so exciting. All right. Hello.
Greetings,
Welcome.
everyone.
That's a better answer. That's a better greeting. I love that. Mine is just like, hi, how are ya? I love it. Hello. Welcome to Not Quite Novelist. This is the show where new friends are made literally and new worlds are built live and on the spot each and every episode. My name is Savannah. If you don't know who I am, how the hell did you get here? If you do know who I am, more than likely it is from Castleton, and if that's the case, then you know who my guest is, and that's Andy, aka Mr. I always just call you Mr. Dandy, but Mr. Dandy
A lot of
DM.
people do.
But
Uh, I
yeah,
can I can very quickly explain for the
yeah,
audience.
go ahead.
Um, I am my name's Andy, but everyone there at some point in our history together as either friends or as acquaintances, somebody inevitably will call me Dan. And that's because I thought I was being super clever with my handle, and I was going to be like, "Oh, I like D&D. I'm a dungeon master, so I'm going to be like Mr. D&D DM." No,
D
that's
and
the
D
yep,
because D.
yep,
Yeah, so
because my
it's just
name,
Dandy.
yeah. So it went over everybody's heads except for mine, and I thought it made perfect sense. And then everybody's just calling. I actually had a player in one of my campaigns who just called me Dan for like a month straight, and then after me saying my own name in our like show intro, it was like he started to call me by my
It
real
clicked,
name,
yeah.
and I was just like, oh, yeah, that's right.
That's so funny. I love it. No, I do think it's clever because it's got like layers to it. I just can
Mhm.
also see why it went over everybody's head. But I just call you Dandy Andy. That's just
Yep. That's
in my head
Bill. That's
you are
I'm
Dandy
called that.
Andy. Yeah.
I'm called Dandy DM. I'm called Andy. I'm called. The only thing that people don't call me is Andrew, which is actually my name, and that's a good thing because
Yeah.
that's just what my mom calls me. So just don't call me.
I get that. I get that. See, at least you have like I didn't realize that Savannah could have so many like nicknames when I was growing up. Like Savannah was not really a name that people could like shorten. Like you have like, Liz for Elizabeth or Beth or whatever. Whereas
I
Savannah,
am literally going in my mind trying to figure out different
yeah.
ways to say your name differently.
So when I was a kid, it never really happened. And then, oh my gosh, hi Sam, hi King Zeb.
Hi,
Oh my gosh,
Sam.
we got so many cool fucking people in chat.
I know.
But yeah, no. So it wasn't until I was an adult, like fully in my 20s, that people started calling me Savvy, Vanna, Van. For a
Van Wilder.
while, yeah, for a while, someone just called me V for like a year, which I'm like, you know what? I like V. I'll take it. I think that's funny. Oh my god, Justin's here too. Oh hell yeah, we got a
Justin.
good. Yes. Okay. Well, okay. Let's go
I live for
ahead.
the moments in the chat where two people who know each other but who aren't in like the video
Yeah.
will be like, Sam, Justin. Ah!
It's my favorite time to see like because so many of my friends I met through them knowing each other. So there would be so
Yeah.
many times where it's like everyone is just screaming everybody else's names and then I will full stop the stream just so I can be like, "Oh my gosh, it's everybody." And I'll scream their
Yep.
name in real life. It's great. Well, since we got so many cool people, I say we can just go ahead and get started.
Oh yeah.
Um, Now, Andy, I did explain this a little bit to you before we started streaming.
Hmm.
Both Sam and Justin have already been on the show, so they know how this works. I have
Oh, you're
these
gonna
two.
watch me screw all of this up.
No, hey, listen. I was talking about tangenting too. In Justin's episode, I think we talked for like a half hour about the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding. Um, just because it got brought up and we got really excited and we just really love that movie. And then
It is a classic. It
yeah,
really is.
it's incredible and like such a good the way that you can go back and watch the VOD, but I basically talked about how incredible it is like talking about how like the story itself, like it is a love story, but it's not the woman didn't get saved by her love interest. She saved
No.
herself for herself and then also just happened to like fall in love and get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I
also
think
the
that's really.
world
I
that
mean,
we
it does
built.
set itself apart in that way. Yeah.
It really does. And for coming out like what was it in like the early 2000s or something like that? Like
Mm.
really, really
Like he
good.
really like the boyfriend turned husband character.
Mm-hmm.
He is just there to support her, and
Yeah,
also
yeah.
so there's an interesting like
Mm-hmm.
societal role reversal, like the understanding of the woman supports the man. No, in
Yeah.
this, he comes into the relationship and realizes that her
2002.
life is chaos, and she just needs she she
Mm,
just needs him to support her
yeah,
and
but
figuring out like the chaos of her life.
and then also like on a grander scale, we're gonna do another My Big Fat Greek Wedding tangent. I'm sorry, we have to though. But like also on like a grander scale of like, you know, she felt like she had to have, you know, her own independence outside of the culture of being Greek, of within her
Yeah.
Greek family, but she didn't reject it completely. Like the ending
No.
sums it up perfectly of like, you're gonna take this Greek food, I'm not gonna give you a PB&J, but when you grow up you can marry whoever the fuck you want. Like,
Yeah.
what a great story of like, you don't have to abandon your culture entirely to have a full
No.
and independent life, but you also don't have to stick so strictly to, you know, cultural tradition.
No, and I feel like that message is universal. Like for many
Yeah.
different cultures, it is like there's like everybody is
Mm-hmm.
in their lane, and you do not go outside of your
Yes.
lane.
Yeah.
And that really, I mean, it has a purpose, sort of, and
Mm-hmm.
it can be a good thing to have that sort of like that understanding of what your culture is, and sort of be
Yeah.
very entrenched in it. But also, I feel like it it narrows everybody's view, and it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
allow for more acceptance
Yeah.
of just
And that
humanity in general.
and that's why this 2002 romantic comedy is
It's still talked
a
about.
is yeah, and it is still cultural relevant as it should be. Oh my gosh, Virgo Rain, hello. First time chat. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Rain!
You just oh my god, I love the fact that you spell it. That's how I spell my middle name. My middle name is Rain. That's wild. Okay. Uh
So, fun fact: Virgo Rain is actually one of my players. She started
Oh,
off in Shadows of Ashkelon, and then
sick.
she has since moved to Our Flag Means Doom.
Awesome.
It's yeah,
I
she is
love it.
incredible. She
Good. Okay.
also, if there are any players, DMs who are or people players who are thinking about being DMs, definitely hire her, cast her in your show. They're
Love that.
amazing.
Okay. I love that so much. Yes, please. All right, well, let's get started because otherwise we're just gonna keep talking about my big
My
fat
Big Fat
Greek
Greek
wedding.
Wedding. Yeah,
Okay, I have these two teacups. They're gonna be themes and tones, and this is explanation for Virgo Rain, and I feel like King Zeb knows how this works. But they're gonna be themes and tones. We're gonna get one of each, and then you and I are just gonna kind of freeform from there. We're just gonna
mhm.
make characters. We're gonna build a world. Oh, I'm already excited about this. I'm not gonna tell you what the prompts are until I have them both. Because I think that's funny that way, just to like make you
Okay.
sit in suspense. All right.
I don't handle suspense well.
Mwahaha. I don't have a good evil laugh, to be honest. I have a cackle. I have
That
a.
was a cack. That was like almost a fey witch cackle right there.
You, you're gonna love the fact that
Like
you
slightly unhinged.
just. You're gonna love the fact that you just said that, actually. Because I'm putting up our theme and tone right now,
Do
which
it.
is our theme is fairies, and our tone is action
Fairy.
movie.
Oh my god.
we,
So fairy action movie?
yeah,
Oh
we
my
get to do
god.
an action movie type fae story. That is so badass.
Oh.
That's
Die
so
Hard in the
fun.
Feywild.
Yeah. Yes.
Let's do
That
it.
actually, you know what's so cool, because you actually also just watched the trailer for K-pop Demon Hunters,
Oh,
which
K-pop
is
Demon
so
Hunters?
fucking
Yeah.
exciting. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. Everybody after the stream, please go and look up the trailer for K-pop Demon Hunters because it's awesome.
Do it.
But also, I just started while I was at work, because I always have like a podcast or an actual play or something. I
Mhm.
just started the Dimension 20 season where they did Never Stop Blowing Up, which is just an action movie.
Yeah.
It's I didn't realize it, but it's kind of like a action movie, but it's like a Jumanji situation. Like they get transported into action movie characters, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, this, but the Fae is gonna be wild because I'm imagining like catapults made out of like sticks and stuff, but they like launch like little tiny versions of like these big like weapons and stuff like that, or like
I was actually thinking something very like sort of not a utopia. No, it's like a futuristic Fae vibe, where it's
yeah,
like you have like an entire like you can have humans and Fae side by side, and they live in this sort of cyberpunk,
okay, okay.
you know, environment.
As soon as you said
And
futuristic, I was like, ooh, I feel like a cyberpunk aesthetic would be so cool. That would be a fun one.
because I like
uh
the mixture of we could totally do fairies, Feywild,
yeah,
sort of like
yeah.
quasi medieval kind of vibe, but it would be so much cooler to see fairies just out of their element.
Yeah, like
Um,
Faye, like with like this crazy hyper tech kind of
yeah.
like I love that. Okay, so do we think that it's like a situation of like biomech wings? Oh shit, that's cool. Oh
That
shit.
is cool. I love
Okay,
that.
I'm already imagining like visually. I'm going to the Ren Fair in like 2 weeks and I'm very excited, but like now I'm thinking, okay, how do I make light up fairy wings? Like I'm thinking very
I
much
feel
like
like actually you and Virgo should talk because they do
hell
a
yeah.
ton of Fae cosplay, mermaid cosplay. They're
Yes.
very much into the mermaid culture. They're
Yeah.
intense, like, and they're
Okay.
incredibly like creative with their what they make.
Virgo, you and I are gonna be friends. Go follow Not Quite Novelist on Instagram right now, and I'll go find you and we'll chat after this for sure. Hell yes. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm thinking like fully like cyberpunk aesthetic now. Like that's
Hmm.
biomech wings is sick. I'm thinking like their wings very much have like almost like a neon like
Oh yeah.
neon lighting throughout them, you know? Um Okay, okay. I feel like in I just got the notification. Thank you. Hell yeah. My phone went off. Um okay. So a lot of the times, so I kind of explained this before we started streaming where it's like very much as soon as we get the prompts there's really no rails. There's no structure to this where we can just kind of go whatever we want, whatever direction we want. Sometimes we'll start with like, okay, let's just do some world building. But sometimes it's very much, okay, let's start with characters and then build the world around that. I think
Hmm.
for this one, I want to focus on like, okay, like if this was a game we were playing or if this was like a movie that we were in or something like that, like who would your character be and who would my character be? Like let's start there because then we can start working on okay action, like what's the conflict, what's the overall thing, and then we can start doing all the world building and setting building from there.
So okay.
Okay.
Um, thank you for saying what you said about like treating us as like movie characters.
Yes. Yeah.
So okay, so I'm thinking full on, uh, sort of a Romeo and Juliet vibe. You have humans on one side, you have the Fae and fairies on the
Yes.
other.
Okay.
Two people, two houses, both alike in dignity, in fair
Yeah.
cyberpunkonia, where we will lay our scene. Um,
So
this is
cool.
instead of like two houses, we have two like rival tech biotech companies. One is
Yes.
Fae,
Yes.
one is human based, and it is we are the children of these two CEOs, and
Yes.
they have hired us to, or they have trained us to go and do corporate espionage for them,
Okay.
and we
I
encounter each other uh, on a mission that goes wrong for one of us.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I need you before we go into what our characters are for this. I need you to go at some point and watch the VOD from last week's episode with Matt. We did like an enemies to lovers spies thing like on a reality TV show, but then
Oh
also
no way!
It was so fun. We did like it was like gay enemies to enemies to lovers again. It was hilarious. It was great.
Hmm.
Just go watch that episode. And then a few weeks ago, I had Dennis, OKSDM, on the show, and we
Hmm.
did the episode for him was what was our prompts? It was podcasters. Podcasters and mobsters. That's what it was. Yeah. And
Whoa.
yeah, that one was fun. And so there was like not necessarily a Romeo and Juliet thing. Like our characters were more like friends to lovers, but
Hmm.
there was like this aspect of like, oh, his character was like the child of the like, big mob boss kind of guy. So it
Yeah.
was, yeah. So that's, those are the two episodes I think that you would actually enjoy. I
Hmm.
mean, all of these
Well,
episodes are
Dennis
fun as
Dennis
hell.
is
I'm
awesome. I
having
love Dennis.
so
Dennis
fun.
is great.
Dennis is incredible. Like the story we made with him was great because we did set it in the Prohibition era. So instead of being like,
Ooh.
yeah, so instead of it
So
being like
we're not even
podcast,
talking
it was
Sopranos. We're talking about full
no, we're
on
talking
like Boardwalk
full
Empire.
Capone, like
Oh,
James
yeah.
Cagney movie type of vibe. It was great.
It could have
Yeah,
been a
so
contender.
yeah, so and then like because it was podcasters, instead of podcast, we did like a pirate radio type of thing. Like they set up like a radio
Sure.
station where they were like spilling all the secrets from the mob boss and from like the cops and shit. It was great. Go watch it. It's a great episode. We had a great time. I would love to bring that back sometime and like set up a story for that one somehow. But yeah, so you're hitting so many of Savannah's like happy points. Like you're hitting like my favorite like notes of like, okay, we got like a Romeo and Juliet thing. We've got like this like heiress like or heir and heiress like two like kids of like the big mom bosses because those are always fun to me, like doing like higher ranking but maybe not like the top dog kind of settings.
Sure.
um and then also this is just fantasy and badass and oh my god. Okay, I'm already imagining my character. I think last week I went against type, and I always I love playing like a Fallon character where it's like I'm just so small and cute and like I'm so precious that like you
No.
can't help but protect me.
Go the
Absolutely
opposite
not.
direction.
Last week I went against type and I played a
Oh, you went against type last week. Okay.
Last week I created a male character, which was like my first time on this show doing it. I have written male characters before. I do enjoy writing the guy characters. For some reason on this one, on Not Quite Novelist, all of my characters are like just the small, lithe, adorable, cutesy Fallon fairy princess character. Sure. In this one, I still think I'm going to stick with her being a fae because that just makes sense for me to be a fae. Okay. But she's going to be a fucking badass. I think she's going to be like kind of that character that is like doesn't think like in a romantic aspect or in a like she's very much like dad's favorite soldier kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like she's like, yes. I care about the business. Her thought is she wants to like follow in her parents' footsteps and be the next. This is basically if Fallon were listening to Fame and Folklore. Like that's I want the character.
So you're Tinkerbell and Lara Croft together.
Yes, exactly. See, you see the vision. You get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, I got you.
Yep. Yeah, I think she's very like it's her parents. Maybe it's like both of her parents like work together as like the like co-CEOs, basically co-owners of their like companies, and and I think both of them like really raised her to be like a hard ass in terms of like she is truly going to be the next like top dog, and she's gonna take this like Tinkercroft. Yeah, Virgo's got it. Hell yeah, absolutely, so good. Okay, yeah. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting for this character. She is going to be an absolute badass, but like very much. She's also going to be an absolute bitch, in the best way. So that's my immediate. That's my first instinct to design this character. What are you thinking for yours?
So, I mean, I feel like he is a mixture of both. What is his name? Disney's Atlantis. What's
Milo?
The main Milo. He's Milo.
The main guy.
Meets,
yeah.
Yeah, he's Milo
Cute.
meets who is it? Hold on. Hold on one second.
Hmm.
Okay. He's Milo Milo meets Blade.
Ooh, okay.
So like
Interesting.
he is a tech
Yeah.
nerd, but
Yeah.
he is also like he's been
Yeah.
he's been trained to kill, and
Okay.
but
Yeah, so
his
he's like,
entire gift is like hacking things.
yes. Okay. I love him already. Holy shit. Yeah, no, if this was a movie, this would be the character I'm making fan art of. Like, this is the one that I'm like, I love it. Okay. Uh, a goth nerd is what I'm imagining.
Oh no, I
Like,
feel like both of these characters are incredibly goth,
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
like the best way possible. But
Very,
here's the thing,
like,
like I feel like goth has morphed and
so
changed a
many.
lot.
Yeah. It has
So
so
like,
many different definitions based on, like, the music and the fashion, like, both.
and how old you are, like
Yeah.
like when you
Yeah,
first experienced
true.
what goth is,
Yeah.
like what did you take from it and how did you make it your own? But
My
anyway,
first lesson in what goth was the goth kids on South Park. That was the it was the episode when Butters went goth. Okay,
oh wow,
this is my
oh
favorite
my
episode.
god.
I love them. So, they're my favorite characters on South Park. I
That
love them
automatically
so
just
much.
makes me think of the South Park World of Warcraft episode. That's still, I think,
Yeah.
that and their like evil satanic Christmas critter
Oh my god.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him and we're gonna drink his blood. Can I say that on your kid?
It's
Is
good.
that okay?
You say whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. We'll see what
so
happens.
let's see here. So we've got Milo plus Blade,
Okay. Yeah.
Tinkerbell plus Lara Croft.
That's so good.
And I feel like in terms of energy, though, I feel like
Mm,
he has never. I don't feel like he has ever fought a fae or fairy directly.
mm. Okay, yeah.
He's always been very comfortable hacking into their networks and
Yeah.
manipulating things that way. He's never had to do it directly, but I feel like in terms
Yeah.
of their meet cute, there is uh, something goes horribly wrong where he has to get a
Yes.
lot closer to his target than he or to the thing
Yeah.
that he's trying to hack than he would like,
Yeah.
and
He
that's
has to like
when
get into like a server room or something like that.
yeah, and that's when he
Yeah.
realizes something goes wrong, and he realizes that oh shit, I'm being hunted now, and I have to
Mhm.
get out of here.
I think it's
And
very
he
the
go
scene
ahead.
that I'm envisioning. So just go with me here on this visual journey. Is I'm imagining him like he's able to sneak into the building. He's able to get into this like server room, and I think because he is like a tech nerd kind of thing, he has a moment of like kind of admiring because their tech is also infused with Fey magic, and so
Yeah,
it operates very differently from like human tech, right? And so he's in there. Son of a bitch! Someone gift Sam a sub. Sam got hit with the ads.
oh
Um,
no,
oh no.
hold please.
Hold please. We'll figure it out. Okay, wait. Have you ever seen while we're waiting on ad to end? I gotta ask you this. Have you ever seen the show Leverage?
Oh, I think I watched like the first couple of episodes of the first
Okay.
season. I
I
don't. I did not finish it. I know how many seasons were there. There wasn't that many, was there?
No, not that many, but they had a reboot show that actually I think the third season of the reboot show just came out. I have gone off on a tangent on this on during so many of my streams because I love this fucking show so much. Very much also like if you look at it, the way the show is structured because they label each character based on like their skill, like hitter, hacker, grifter, thief, and
Yeah.
mastermind. They make up like a perfect D&D party, like a perfect
Hmm.
you know, because they all have their own, you know, skill, and they all have their own, like, it's a perfectly balanced adventure group, right?
Oh, I could easily.
Um,
I feel like right now I could easily talk to you. We could just throw out different
yeah.
movies or shows and be like,
Oh,
how is
yeah.
this? How are these characters actually a D&D party?
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
it's
So
so
many.
easy to do. Like Care Bears, Golden
Ooh.
Girls. Um,
I think, wait, didn't I see, I thought I saw something where someone was talking about how, like, a perfectly balanced D&D party, like, someone, uh, either, like, a creator or someone, like, in, like, with, like, D&D as, like, the brand or something, was, like, envisioning and balancing a perfectly balanced D&D party based off of the Golden Girls.
I mean, they are the ultimate
Yeah,
one. They are
they
the ultimate
are.
example. And
Truly.
once you figure out like which class, who is which class,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're just like, oh, this makes perfect sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the reason I bring up leverage is because Hardison, the hacker character,
Hmm.
is like every time someone says something about like a hacker, I'm like, that's the guy that's in my head. That's the one I'm imagining. Which he is
Funnily enough,
genuinely such a fucking nerd, but I love him so much.
when I think of hacking, I think it's weird. I think of DJ Qualls in the movie The Core, where he has to
I haven't
hack the
seen that.
planet.
I have not
It
seen
is.
that yet.
I'm sorry
Oh
for
my
everybody out
god.
there. That's a very deep cut, and I apologize. but and also, but like DJ Qualls is like whenever I have looked at him, I'm like I could totally picture that guy absolutely hacking the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Um, but in that movie, he plays this incredibly brilliant hacker that has to because not to I don't want to give anything away, but like
Yeah.
in the movie The Core, we find out that the Earth's core is no longer working and it's slowing down, which means that we're suddenly losing a lot of the Earth is in danger. And so
Interesting.
technology is built, man comes together, and they
Yeah.
build this ship, and they go to the center of the Earth. And how do they fix it? Nuclear explosions, because that's how we fix everything in movies.
Literally
And
by
so
nuking the planet.
we nuke the core. But the thing is, they need an expert
Incredible.
hacker to make sure that we are uh, manipulating all of the news media and all of the attention and keeping it away from what is actually happening. And so he literally has to hack the planet so that people don't fall into hysteria or whatever. But yeah, that
Wild.
or
Okay.
any of the guys in the Matrix.
I mean, yeah.
That's
Yeah. I feel
yeah.
like just aesthetically we can imagine like the Matrix being a whole thing here. Um
Oh yeah.
we've been yapping for a while. I'm going to assume the ad is done. So we're going back to what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
So, what was I talking about before? Hold on. It'll come back to me.
We
Give me
went
a
on a
second.
leverage tangent.
I did go on a leverage tangent, but I meant to. There was something I was talking about before. This is the scene that I'm imagining of like how they meet, right?
Hmm.
He's able to like sneak into the building, get into the server room, do what he has to do, but in this moment before he's able to like really like finish what he's able to like access or get to what he needs to get to, he's having this moment of distraction where he's like kind of like admiring or trying to learn and figure out this like Fey tech and like,
Oh
you
yeah. He
know,
gets he gets sort of lost.
yeah,
He gets
it's
he
a
gets a
little
little
bit of
carried
a,
away.
yeah, but when that happens, he just like hears like the voice of my girl like behind him, you
Yeah.
know, something like that.
Okay.
And then of course he gets like clocked in the back of the head and is like blacked out.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
so I feel
so
like
good.
I feel like this is both of theirs first time actually like encountering a member
Yes.
of the other company.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and or the other organization.
The other side.
Um
Yeah.
and they're just like I feel like in this moment both of them have always been curious, why am I going after this other group?
Mhm.
Why am I going after this other company? What do they have that we
I feel
need?
like I feel like my girl questions it less, or at least she thinks of it more from a perspective of not why am I going after them, like questioning the goal, but more so
Mm,
what more can I learn to reach that ultimate goal. Like, she is the one who's like, she's not doing it to question or go against what she's always been trained and taught to do, but it's more so like, how can I use that information to get what, like, we need from them?
Yeah. Okay.
She's definitely, I think this is gonna be like, my character is like a villain turned, you know, she's like she is definitely seen as like the villain in the story in the first bit before meeting your character. Yeah.
Like, she has a very dark view of humans.
Yeah, it's
in
more
general.
yeah, it's very much like she sees them as destructive, and she's been taught a very specific thing about humans, about how they're almost like being taught that like they are more like savage, more like brutal, more
Savannah.
Yes.
Are we writing a cyberpunk Fae reverse Akatar right now?
Okay.
Is that what we're writing?
I have to say, if that's what we're doing, we are doing it unintentionally, because I have not actually read Akatar.
Okay.
But good to know.
Yes. So, like,
so
I've only read like the first beginning of like the first book.
Okay.
But it is very much like humans are outside, and the fairies are
the same is true.
They are these sort of godlike creatures, and they have a very dark view of humans because of the fact that humans have spread a disease, or they've infected, and like magic is corrupted in some way.
I've never read Akatar. That's so funny.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. Savannah, I have an interesting pitch for you after the show.
Okay, yeah, Zeb, DM me later on Discord. We'll talk. I want to know what this pitch is. Oh boy, that's so funny. Yeah, I was fully imagining it being like Fae see humans as, or at least at the very least, like this family does, and my character does, see the humans as more destructive, and it's more of a situation of like, you know, the Fae have been around like on Earth for millennia longer. Like in my something that people maybe don't know, maybe do know, I don't know, but my personal social medias is the DIY Witch. There's a reason why witch is included in that, and that's because my personal like practice is I do practice witchcraft, and a lot of my practice is centered around working with the Fae. No, not Wiccan. So Wiccan is more of like a religion. Practice is I just practice. Oh, okay. Yeah, witchcraft is, for me, it's more of a secular spirituality practice. And being a witch, a lot of my practice, which is not something that a lot of witches do, but like my practice is centered a lot around working with fairies and the Fae in general. So I do a lot of research about like, you know, old like Celtic Fae lore and Fae and like other cultures and things like that. It's a lot of fun. I like learning about things like that. But so my thought in terms of taking that from into this story is I like the idea of it being like the Fae were around for like millennia. The Fae have been around for a lot longer than humans, and historically in this, you know, context is the humans then came after, but the humans did kind of what we've got going on in the world now. It's like they built societies and they built this and that and whatever. And then as technology and, you know, just innovation and human invention like progressed, it turned into this, you know, cyberpunk kind of society where at some point, and I think like this is definitely a story where it's like, you know, probably hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years into the future from where we are now, but it is still on Earth. And it's like, in that time frame, you know, 100 years prior, the Fae decided to come out and make themselves known and try to like reclaim the Earth. But now, for centuries, the Fae have tried to take the technology and take the things that the humans have created and then adapt it
Mm.
to hopefully be more helpful and less destructive
Techno
or
magic.
polluting. Yes, exactly. And it's like it kind of like started out in like this would be like what would be in like the phase, history textbooks kind of thing of like it started out. I don't think that they would word it this way, but almost like a techno eco-terrorism. You know what I mean? It's like they came in,
Oh
took all
yeah.
these humans' techs and tried to like, infuse it with their own magic, try and do it in a way of like utilizing it against the humans. And then it just turned into they have now assimilated basically and adapted like these tech,
Or
but
or maybe it's a situation where, much like today, where very large superpowers, we don't really fight direct fights anymore. We
yeah.
fight battles through proxy. These
Mm.
little proxy wars where we have other countries fight on our behalf.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a situation where the Fae and the humans have declared a truce because we don't want to fight each other directly, but we still have
Yeah.
these shadow companies that will go after each other, but it's always in the
Yeah.
shadows. It's always it is
Okay.
never overt. Like nobody's like there's not
Yeah.
a situation where fairies and humans are fighting in an open field of combat.
Yeah,
It's
there's no
it's
like
always in the dark.
blatant fantasy racism here going on. It's very much
No.
a like covert thing, but it's also I feel like it's also like based on maybe there are some Fae like factions and organizations that are like, yeah, no, we are truth, we're cool. Like there
Yeah.
are some organizations that are fully like integrated and fully like trying to work together and things, but those aren't as they're not as like powerful as like say our
Hmm.
two factions or our two like organizations. And so these are two
Yeah.
like major like tech companies that build or like organizations of some kind that try and build innovation and new technologies and stuff, but using different methods. Like some that will like on the Fey side, it will benefit and strengthen like Fey magics, and it utilizes Fey magic, and so it's harder for humans to use Fey tech or to understand because they don't have the innate, magic capabilities that the Fey have.
So
Or
what
it's
do
like an
what do
energy
human
manipulation kind of thing.
what do humans have that the Fae want?
Mm,
Because if
that's a good
because
question.
that's the real question.
Yeah.
Why if the Fae are sort of these all powerful techno magic people,
Yeah.
what is keeping them from just being like, and you're done, and
Yeah.
just
Well,
wiping the floor with us?
I think at first there was like when human tech was more primitive for this time, but more like what you and I would see as tech nowadays. Um, I feel like when the Fae did like come out and it started being a more like prevalent thing, they were able to
Mm.
kind of disable or disengage different like texts. So I think humans started utilizing elements and other like their scientific aspect of things. They started using things like Virgo has it
Oh
right,
yeah.
iron and other metals and other
Oh
they
wow.
started using these other things that like did come from ancient Fae beliefs of like put an iron horseshoe in your door because the Fae hate iron and things like that. They
Okay.
started utilizing these things, so it either nullifies like maybe they started developing things that can actually like dampen a Fae's magic, um,
Mm.
or they
Okay.
started they started utilizing like I think maybe if we're talking let's say we're talking like full on like weapons development, right? What
I mean,
if
it kind of does sound like an arms race of sorts.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
sort of a central theme or conflict that is
Yeah.
happening.
So I think something that they're doing is they've developed a weapon of some kind that utilizes these these different elements like iron or any other like metals, but they kind of figured out a way to use those in devices that can transmit like uh waves of some kind, like radio waves or something, or
Mm-hmm.
electromagnetic waves, some kind of wave that can actually like dampen a Fae's personal magic, not just the magic that's in their tech. Because at first it started to, and that might be like a really advanced thing that is what my, character's family is trying to like get rid of entirely, because that's
Yeah.
genuinely very dangerous to us as a people.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think up until, and so that's one of those things where it's like, oh, they're developing these like, secret weapons that no one really knows about except for the higher, very Illuminati-esque, like these higher elites that like are
The
developing it.
Archfey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And so like, whoever the higher ups, the Illuminati base of the Archfey of the humans, like whoever those like organizations of leadership are now developing these weapons that are genuinely dangerous and harmful to the Fae, where
Yeah.
it's like turning into, we've been doing this in the shadows for a while. They finished that development on that weapon. This will be an all-out war. It will be an all-out,
Yeah.
like, so we need to stop that before it gets to that.
So okay, so we are a cyberpunk Fae Akatar or gender bent Akatar
Yes.
meets the Cold War.
Yes. I also love the fact that you're taking notes, because I never take notes on these episodes.
Oh, I have to. I'm like, we have so many gems here.
Yeah.
Like
And we've only been going
your
for
character's,
what, like,
your character's Tinkercroft. Mine is
yeah.
Malade.
Did someone say dangerous weapon makes a dramatic entrance? Hello, Victor.
Hi, Victor.
If you've heard Andy's recap, yeah, we've got, my character is Tinkercroft. Andy's character is Milo Blade.
Milo meets Blade.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we are a Fae. Yeah, there's no war is cold when people Virgo are around. Holy shit.
Just so you know,
I love that.
both Victor and Virgo are my players.
Incredible.
For Victor's with the Survivors of Ashkelon with
Love it.
Matt, War-Torn Knight. And Virgo, they also
Damn.
know each
Do I
other.
get a-
So yeah.
So I gotta get in on this. I've mentioned this a couple times on stream. I have a spreadsheet that is all of the actual plays that I either want to or need to watch. And I keep a spreadsheet. I keep track of like what episode I'm on, if I'm re-listening or if I'm just catching up. If I have started it, then like
I need to just start putting my stuff on a podcast. That's what I need. Like all my stuff, all my episodes are on YouTube. I need to actually make a podcast jump.
I mostly use YouTube though, so it's fine. So I just have to find it and then binge listen to it. There's just so fucking many. I promise he did not pay us to be here. Oh God, I love that. Well, you know what?
You get 1 point of inspiration, Victor.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start telling my guests like, hey, if you are like you're a DM, bribe your players and say, hey, I'll give you this or that if you come watch the stream.
You suddenly have a +1 magical dagger.
Yeah. So good. Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so I love what's happening right now. So okay, I want to do some like let's work
Here's
on
the thing about this story. I'm honestly very curious, like why I haven't heard of this before. I feel like we're doing this right now. We're just creating this rough outline of this world and these characters. I feel like I should have heard of this story before now.
Yeah, but that's what happens. That's what's really cool about this. Dope. Is like I've had I feel like I need to count the amount of like doodles that are going on my overlay to be like 18 episodes now, just of the live stream version of this show. And I had like 7 episodes that were actually pre-recorded, and I still have episodes that need to be edited. Every single one of these episodes, like, are something totally new that I'm like, why have I not heard of this premise or setting or story? And it's because, I don't know, no one drew 2 slips of paper out of a teacup that said fairies an action movie, I guess, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. That's
you
cool.
were about to say
we got
something.
a hype train going. Oh, I hit follower goal. Holy shit. Oh my god, thank you
Oh,
guys.
congrats. That's
Yay!
awesome.
I got 120 followers. I'm gonna say this right now. Hold on, there's a siren going by outside. I can hear you. Anyway, thank you so much for following me, Victor. Um, every new follow and every new sub does in fact go towards a promise that I made when I first hit Twitch affiliate. That is clipped. It is on my channel. You can find it. Sam, Classic Sam, was my guest when I had hit Twitch affiliate, and
The metric, yeah.
as a joke, I made a promise that I think Aurora clipped, which was if you get me to 500 subscribers and 5,000 followers, I'll do a hot tub stream. The hot tub stream goal was actually suggested to me by my housemate, which is really funny considering we don't have a hot tub. So I would have to go out and find a hot tub to do this stream in. Yeah, so keep that in mind, y'all.
You should do a stream in a hot tub with Virgo Rain as a mermaid.
Yes. So okay. Fuck. Yes. Because the thing is, the prompts that we got, that me and Sam got during that episode, were punk rockers and Under the Sea. And we did basically the entire stream. That was a lot of fun, but like honestly the whole stream was just us Googling sea creatures, and we were like, which ones look the most punk rock? And I had set a goal that was like silly. I was like, oh, if I get like 5 subs, then I'll like commission and my artist friend to make channel emotes. I did get channel emotes. I have not uploaded them to my channel yet because I'm a procrastinator. But I doubled that goal. I said 5 subs, and I ended up getting like 11 in that one stream.
That's awesome.
And it was amazing. Terrific. It was mostly because Promethean came through and like donated 5 subs, and then everyone got me to a hype train, and then I lost my shit.
They're awesome. I love them.
The coolest fucking people. Oh my god. Yeah, Promethean, Emily, they're all great. Promethean's episode that I did with him was super fun too. We did cowboy detectives, and we ended up randomly incorporating vampires into that for some reason. That was fun. Yeah.
That, for whatever reason, that makes me think of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that one. Yeah. That one is a fun listen. Also, just because it got really chaotic, we started including aliens and vampires, and yeah, the real story itself was including vampires just because we thought it was fun. Had nothing to do with the actual prompt. We just wanted to include those.
Okay, but I'm sorry. You were going to say something before we got on.
Yes, I got so
before
distracted.
Victor joined the chat.
Yeah, Victor had to go and distract me by getting me to a follower goal, which thank you for that. Yeah. So yes, what was I talking about before? I was talking about something. Hold on, I'll get to it. Virgo keeps speaking my love languages. Yes, I love that. Good. We're going to be friends after this. It has to happen. Okay. What was I talking about? I was so distracted. That was so good. How dare I disrupt
So we were talking about the sort of like what humans have, what the Fae have. Humans have a tech that disrupts Fae magic.
So
the Fae have techno magic that enhances them.
Essentially what's going on is that you're right in the fact that it has been very like in the shadows, but word got through somehow that humans are developing now weapons that can dampen and nullify a Fae's personal magic and not just the magic that is within their tech.
Okay.
And it becomes like that is a weapon, and that is dangerous, and that is not just like a tech warfare thing. That is you could hurt people, and it will start a war if you create that. I
have the perfect scene. So we talked about how, can we come up with names real quick for our characters?
Yeah, so that was going to be one of my questions is, all right, so now we got to get into what is our character's name. I do want to ask one thing. So we've talked about like, their vibe is very like, Milo Blade and Tinkercroft. What exactly do our characters look like? Like, do you want him to look like Milo, but like...
I mean, I think that. Ooh. Um. I want. Oh, that is because I don't because that makes me think of Neo
Okay,
from
yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah,
Matrix,
yeah. You're right.
who is a hacker, but then he gets into the Matrix, and then he becomes this
Yeah.
incredible martial artist slash gun enthusiast.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
um, it could be like that. It could also be. Oh man, that is a great question. What do they look like?
Yeah. Um, I think, uh, see, if we're talking about looks, I am fully imagining, what the fuck is her character's name? From, uh, speaking about vampires, actually, the Underworld movies.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Celine.
Celine,
Yeah,
that's
of
what it
course.
is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm imagining very Celine. I'm imagining her being like,
Oh
is
well,
it
then I'm
Selena or
imagining
Celine? Yeah.
the Selena. Selena? No, it's
Now I
Celine.
gotta look
It's
this up.
Celine.
Damn it. It is
Yeah,
Celine, I think.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Victor's out here disrupting
Celine
us again.
Underworld. Let's see here. Yes,
I
it is Celine.
love the Underworld movies so fucking
I am
much.
a huge fan, and for whatever
Yeah.
reason, it's so weird that we're having this conversation and we're talking about this because for whatever reason, TikTok has been sending me clips from that series,
Good.
from those movies for like
Yeah.
the last month.
Good. My actually the prequel movie, The Rise of the Lycans, um
Yes. Oh,
was
that is such a good one.
yeah, funny. That was honestly best one out of the series in my opinion. But
Because I mean, I really loved Michael Sheen in that movie.
yeah,
He was
obvious
so good.
because but also weirdly my first R-rated movie in movie theaters. That was a weird memory that I have. Because
Oh wow.
my dad had shown me the Underworld movies, like, when I was younger, and then when Rise of the Lycans came out, he was like, "Hey, do you want to come see it?" And I was like, "Let's go!" So yeah,
Wow.
he took me to go see it in theaters. I don't
So
remember what year that
so
movie came out,
here's
but
the
yeah,
thing. I feel like if you're tracking with Celine, I'm
yeah,
totally going with Michael Corvin.
yes,
Her love interest, or somebody
yes,
who becomes her love interest in that.
yeah.
And so here's the scene. Um,
He's so pretty.
oh,
I just want to look at him. I'm sorry.
um, so she captures him,
Yes.
and she he has a piece of human tech that could nullify her magic, and
Yeah.
because it's a prototype that he's been creating because he is a techno geek. That's what he does.
He's one of the he's one of the actual developers of this tech, or
Maybe not like the developer. He just
not
gets his hand.
officially.
He gets his hand on the tech,
Okay.
probably because he stole it.
Yeah.
But he is sort of like adapting it and developing it. But here's the thing, because we really want to also lean into the fairy fae
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We could fuck with the rules a little bit in terms of like the lore of the fae, and she's able, through interrogation and her magical means, is able to get his real name.
Ooh. Also,
And you don't give a fae
I'm dying real quick
their
over
name.
Virgo in the chat being like, him in glasses, I'll die on that hill. I'm like, yes. We are on the same wavelength over here. I love this. Oh shit, we got ads. Okay, I'm sorry. Um I'm just gonna spend the ad time just staring at Michael Corbin. Okay.
Honestly, I think I still like remember the first time I saw the first Underworld movie,
Mm.
and I thought like when I was watching it, I was like, is he ever going to become like an interesting character? Like he's
Yeah,
a
I get
weak
that.
human. He's a weak human who seems to be getting tossed around by this incredibly hot dom of a woman, and he
Yeah.
he, and that's fine. Like if that's what you're into.
Yeah.
But I wanted him to be something more. And then by the very
Mm-hmm.
end of the movie, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Underworld.
For this
I
movie
mean,
that came out
what's wrong with
20
you?
years ago.
Um, but like that
Uh,
change when he suddenly becomes the hybrid of both
yes.
vampire and lichen together, an
Mm-hmm.
unholy matrimony of like the two lines crossing, and he becomes this uber powerful creature. That
Yeah.
was so cool.
Fascinating.
The ad has
Um,
suggested you add chicken broth to the magic tech while running a marathon for Amazon Prime.
Incredible.
Wow.
Well, you know.
Yeah,
Incredible.
sure, whatever.
Okay. So, okay. Also, just in terms of looks, also, weird fun fact. Apparently, I have the same birthday as Kate Beckinsale.
What? Wait.
Yeah. She was born in 73, but it's July 26th. I was born July 26th. That's my birthday. And this, I
So
have a lot of
cool.
I share a birthday with a lot of celebrities actually. This is a weird tangent, but I'll go ahead and tell it. I also have the same birthday as Jason Statham. That's
You have the
just a
same birthday as Jason Statham.
not a
Honestly, he
oh
has he has
boy.
he has one of the he has one of the coolest. Like he doesn't really need to do a whole lot as an actor. He has a voice
Yeah.
and he has that
I
accent and he can
yeah.
kick the shit out of things.
My
Um,
my ex had a massive fucking hard on for Jason Statham, but like
who doesn't?
fully honestly. Well, I didn't know who he was at first, and then I
Hmm.
started dating this fucking guy, and literally we would just watch Jason Statham movies, but fully recognized that like every single Statham movie is just Statham playing himself in a different situation. So like
Hmm.
Jason Statham on drugs, Jason Statham in a cowboy hat, just it's just that, and would like rename the movies so that we would just refer to these movies as whatever it is instead of the actual name of the films. Um, and then I
I
found
know
out that
what
I
my
have the same
character's
birthday
name is.
as him, and I was like, oh, everything makes sense.
Um.
Oh boy.
Oh. Oh no, no. For whatever reason, I'm very invested in because I'm Irish and Scottish, and so
I'm
I'm very
Scottish
much having
too.
been to both Ireland and Scotland. There is a
I'm so
huge
jealous.
just mythology about fairies and
Yeah.
the fae and witches and just all kinds of like stories surrounding it, like
Yep.
the Selkie, is it Selkie?
Selkies.
Is the
Yeah.
name? Yeah. And so I love that lore, and so I automatically, whenever I'm sort of thinking of names, I'm always sort of like drawn to very Gaelic uh,
Me
sounding
too.
names.
I always go for like Irish and Scottish names. I'm also I thought for a long time that I was primarily Irish on my mom's side. Turns out we're like almost entirely Scottish, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Um
So like I have when I was tracing my brother, really, he's the historian of the
mm,
family. He was
cool.
tracing our lineage back, and it turns out like McClelland is a name. The last name is a Irish and Scottish. It is gone across that
Oh,
small strip of water multiple times,
I love
which
that.
is not it's not crazy to think. It's a very small body of water between the
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
So sure. And
I
then they all
yeah.
decided to come to America.
And now we're here. Yeah. Trying to think of a good. I'm looking specifically. So something. This is an interesting thing that I love to. I keep getting distracted by
All right, I'm gonna
Victor.
put Savannah. I'm gonna put my name, the name that I think of, in the chat. I think it captures a character who could be badass, but it is also
Okay.
really, really nerdy.
Okay.
Um, but I'm putting it in the chat for everybody to see so they can comment on
Incredible. Good. I love that. Also, I love Victor in the chat being like, I checked my ancestry and turns out I am mostly a mess.
it.
Also, absolutely. Uh, Reese Hexley is great. And also,
Yeah.
Still an Akatar reference. Because isn't there a character named Rysand that's spelled with the
Oh
RH?
shit! I didn't even think of
Yeah,
that.
but I like
Oh
it with
damn it!
the name Reese because there's a what the fuck is his name? Hold on, there's a
You know what? I'm making it Reese, Reese, just because.
okay, yeah, I like
I
it.
don't want.
Honestly, here's the thing that makes it seem more human to do the Reese. To that
Yes,
makes it seem
I
like it's
agree.
more of a human name instead of giving him like a. We'll make in the sequel of our of our story here. They have a kid that they name Reese with the RHYS because it looks more fey and fantasy.
Yes, there you go.
I love it.
Um, okay.
Uh,
Uh,
the
but
goat.
they like he has this tech, so she has him like tied up or something.
Mm, yeah.
Um, or it could just be one of those things where because it's cyberpunk, he is hacking and she remotely puts him in like the equivalent of a dark web internet timeout. Kind
Oh,
of like
so it basically it's like the tech version of like casting hold person.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I love
and
it.
basically puts his VR internet because it's like
Ooh,
cyberspace avatar into
yeah,
a timeout where he can't break free of this cage that she has him in.
yeah. Oh, I like
And
that. That's good.
but then he is like, well, you can do that and I can do this, and he can just like give her like a taste of what it is.
Oof.
Then he's like, no, but I'm not going to because
I actually have an interesting thought. What
okay,
if what if he's always been told that it just like nullifies and dampens, but he's not aware that it causes them
could kill
physical
something.
pain. Like it
Yeah.
causes her. So when he was like, "Well, I could do this," and he like, hits a button or whatever to just to dampen the magic to get himself out,
Mm,
and he does it. But when he does, he sees her fully like collapse in pain, and it like
yeah.
actually hurts her, and it makes him realize like, "Oh, wait, that was just supposed to help me escape. That was not supposed to like hurt you. That wasn't supposed to do
Yeah.
damage."
But then she also figures out through her
Yeah.
own hacking, I think, what his actual name is. So
Oh
I
yeah.
need to think of a good cyberpunk like internet
Ooh.
handle.
Yeah. Okay. I'm. Hold on. Let's see. What is the meaning of? No, I don't like that. Mm, there's so many good names that I'm like, I don't know. I don't. There's so many. Ooh. Okay. I'm gonna put the actual like name
Mm.
in the I'm gonna go ahead and type out the actual name in chat. Well, I'm gonna copy paste it because God knows I'm gonna fuck it up. Um, and then I'm going to read out the actual like name meaning.
Ooh, yes.
So it is pronounced Quiva because it's Irish and they spell shit
Ga-
crazy, right?
Gaelic, Gaelic as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So it's pronounced Quiva, but
Hmm.
according to oh shit, no, it wasn't that one. I was wrong. I was looking at the wrong name. Oh no. Okay, I take it back. It's not Cueva. Although I do like that name. It's beautiful. It means dear or noble. Not the name I was looking at.
Mm.
My bad. I am actually gonna go with the name Maeve. Um,
I love Maeve.
yeah.
Or could it be Maeve or Neve?
Uh,
Neve is
could be
what is
Neve. What does Neve
Neve?
mean? Because Maeve, according to the
Oh
Google,
my God. Neve,
Maeve, huh?
Nieve, is an archaic Northern British and Scot name. Wait, hold on. That's the word. Neve. Name meaning. Oh, the name Neve can have two different meanings depending on its origin. In Irish, it is an anglicized form of the name Niamh, which means
Yes.
bright.
Love that.
So it's bright. It means bright or snow.
That's beautiful. I do love that. I'm sticking with Maeve
Maeve.
because according to the Google's, immediate results, it means
Oh, I love that one.
intoxicating or she who rules, which is so
Yeah.
badass. And that's so perfect for this character who's like, I am so ready to like take this bitch over. Yeah. So I love the idea of
Oh
him
no.
like,
Virgo said Maeve is a powerful witch in the Throne of Glass novel.
God damn it!
Oh no!
We can't escape them. We can't escape these fucking book talk bitches. Okay. So I do like Neve,
I did
Neve
figure out
one.
just by using fantasy name generator. So the name that I'm going to let's let's try that. Okay. Oh, those are good. It's just going to be Thorn.
Thorn. Okay, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're a fucking thorn in my side. I love it. I do think that she, like... Oh my gosh. Thank you for showing up, Victor. This was so much fucking fun for you to be in.
Victor, love you, buddy.
Oh my god. Thank you. Yeah. I love Thorn. I think that's great. I think Thorn and then Maeve and Reese are great. Now I feel like I gotta be like, she's not giving her real name either. So did you just look up like fantasy name generator, like cyberpunk name generator or something?
So no, yeah, that's basically what it did. I have all of my DM like quick hacks for things. I have like a bunch of different links that I use.
Yep.
Fantasy name generator is a big one.
As it should be, honestly. I like Spark. I think Spark is good. I think.
Oh, I love Spark.
So coming up with her, like the way she looks. You know how like Celine in Underworld has like the bright, like glowy, like blue eyes. I think hers look like neon, like kind of neonish because they kind of glow a little bit, and they're bright pink.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think just because I think it's cute, I think she wears her hair in little like space buns.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just
because that's adorable. Yeah. Just because that's so cute. I have one of my home game D&D characters is that she's a moon elf, so she got like the deep hair, and she wears her hair up in like two little buns, and usually she wears her like bangs kind of covering one eye the way that I usually do myself, but hers is to like, hold on, fix my headphones, but hers is to like this character is to cover she's a werewolf, so she's got a big old werewolf's attack scar on her face. But I think space buns just as an aesthetic choice is adorable, and I feel like with this character very much makes her look more pixie like and more like cutesy, which I think helps. It like causes people to maybe like underestimate her. So him being like Thorn in this situation, being like, okay, I can just click, and then seeing her like collapse and be actually like in pain. What I'm imagining is he, like, because he wasn't expecting it, goes over to be like, wait, are you okay? And she just like sweeps the leg or like, kicks him out and just gets him
like she
pinned.
totally like physically
like,
just puts him down.
Motherfucker. Yeah, exactly. She's like, all right, if I can't fight you like with my magic, I'm gonna punch you in the face, you asshole. Like that's Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I
I
think I
love
want
them
Reese
so
to have
far, honestly.
heterochromia.
Ooh, yes.
So it's
You
like
just
one
keep making him
one
prettier. It's
one blue eye, one purple, like a deep
Ooh.
violet color, and it's actually like through the process of writing this trilogy, because it's a trilogy now.
Hmm.
Um,
This is
through the process
yeah.
of
We're
writing
doing
this
the next
story,
big fantasy trilogy.
we find out that he's actually not purely human. He actually has Fey ancestry as a part of his character.
Oh, he's part
Um,
Fae. I was going to suggest something else that I thought would have been interesting. Is what
oh, go.
if he is because he's a big tech nerd. I mean, honestly, we could do like both, you know. But what if
Yeah.
he's like kind of like a cyborg? Like he's got like maybe he had like an injury or something where he
That would
had
be
to like
very on
replace like
brand for me.
yeah. He had something to like yeah, I Oh god. Yeah, so he's like weirdly it's like a and I'm purely just bringing in D&D kind of references here because I feel like it's easy to like take from different like class and races and stuff, but he's like weirdly like part Warforge, you know, where it's like a half almost like he's got like a half like mechanical aspect to him. So maybe the one yeah, cyborg tech. Ooh, Virgo is so smart. Okay, like the cyborg tech in his like brain is overriding and dampening his Fey blood. Cause yeah, what if he
Maybe.
suffered some kind
Oh,
of like
yeah. I was just gonna say, what if he suffered an accident as like a child or as a young adult, where he got really badly hurt and like a
yeah?
port maybe an arm. He lost an arm in like
Oh,
an accident, and he was
don't
very
make
close
him
to
Bucky
death. But
Barnes. Don't make him Magic Bucky Barnes. I'll die. I love him so much. God
I'm
damn.
making him magical Bucky Barnes.
Ah!
And
I love him so much. I'm sorry.
and
I need you to know how fucking feral I go for Bucky
so I mean, Sebastian Stan is incredibly attractive.
Barnes.
We can
Yes.
all agree on that.
I'm so
But
obsessed with
him as the Winter Soldier is
so good. So good.
that was expert casting
I
right there.
I love him so much. As soon as you said arm, I was like, oh no.
So maybe he loses an arm,
I think maybe
and
partial
he's
like
about
brain
to die.
injury too. Like they
Yeah, he's going to
yeah.
die, and it's his Fey ancestry that actually keeps him alive long enough for them to come in and add some of these cybernetic or
Yeah.
cyborg elements to him. So
But
he is part human, he is part Fey, but he
yeah.
is also very much augmented.
But the cybernetic, the tech that they put like while doing this like brain surgery on him, right? Unbeknownst to pretty much anybody, actually like dampened the innate magic and the Fey
Yeah.
part of him. Which, if he got this brain injury as a kid, maybe he knew at first that he did have like Fey blood, but when he was injured, he like forgot like he had like memory loss, like severe memory loss, so he doesn't know that he's actually like part Fey.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And through the process of getting to know wait, have we settled on your character's name?
I think I'm sticking with Maeve. I think I like the
Maeve.
name
Okay.
meaning she rules, or intoxicating is really cool. Like that's a good one.
So yeah, I like it. It's a very powerful name, and sort of is it fits. But I also like sort of the
Am I in focus?
spark.
I'm sorry, my camera's like bugging me. Like I can't tell if I'm in focus or not. Anyway.
Spark is sort of like this very. It is a pleasant, bright sounding thing to it, where you wouldn't necessarily assume this person is a deadly assassin creature who could absolutely, and their name is Spark.
Oh, yeah, no, I think he just, as a way to annoy her before they start, like, you know, falling in love or whatever, he starts calling her Sparky. And she's like, I will murder you.
Aww.
I will kill you. But then, of course, as time goes on, like, it turns into, like, just a cute little pet name. Like, it turns into, like, more of a term of endearment. But at first, it's like, I will choke you out if you fucking call me Sparky. Like, it starts
I feel like
you
really, can definitely lean into certain, like fantasy or romantasy tropes here.
Absolutely. So many. The second you said Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, you are speaking my fucking language, my guy. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
when I was in seventh grade, I read. We had a like a summer book competition. Like
Yeah.
you read as many books as you could over the summer,
Yeah.
and then you would come in, and whoever read the most got like a gift certificate. Um, I was such a huge theater nerd when I was in seventh grade that because I've been acting since I was
Oh.
7 or
Okay.
8.
Mm.
No, I think it was 7. I was 7.
Love that.
I was a historical reenactor for an old village back in
Yeah. Yeah.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
That's a side tangent. Anyway,
Yeah.
but the thing that, and I'm losing my train of thought. What was I saying? Why was
You
I
were reading
saying
a
it?
lot because we were talking about romanticy
Oh yes, I
tropes.
was reading.
There it is.
So I was a very big theater nerd because I had been acting for so long. And in seventh grade, I decided to read the Shakespeare anthology.
I love that.
I didn't read the poetry, but I read all of the
Mm.
plays. I was just
Okay.
going through and just reading. And the thing was is that actually made me love it more because
Yeah.
it felt like a secret thing that I did that nobody else knew about,
I
and
love nerds. I love
nobody
when we're
else
like that.
could do it.
Yeah.
Nobody else that was my age that I knew could do it and
Yeah.
understand what the plays were actually saying or what the characters were actually saying because it was
Yeah.
in it almost like another language,
Yeah.
even though it was in English.
Absolutely. I love
So
that. Oh
I
my
read
god.
that and I ended up winning, of course, because
Obviously.
an
Yeah.
anthology with that many plays
Yeah.
is a lot of
Yeah.
stories.
My
So
my thing my thing growing up was I always well one Harry Potter obviously but
oh yeah.
also I was really into I did really love poetry but also short stories. So okay, so my earlier statement about my introduction to goth was the South Park goth kids. I do retract that because I have
You
always
can't.
been a massive Edgar Allan Poe geek.
Oh yeah.
I had Annabelle Lee memorized by the time I was in the 4th grade. Like
Yeah.
yeah, I love that poem. It's still one of my favorites. Um, but I used to love like the short stories and Telltale Heart was always one of my favorites. I think I still have my mom and my parents had this like old copy that was like a collection of Edgar Allan Poe poems and books or poems and stories. I have it. It's on my shelf.
Hmm.
I think I stole it from my mom's house one time, where I was like, "This is coming home with me."
Did you watch
Fall of
that
House of
show on
Usher?
Netflix,
Yes, I
The Fall of
did.
House? Yeah.
It was so
Oh my
good.
God, that was so
So
good.
good.
It was
And
so good.
what's interesting is like I didn't realize what it was at first. Like I had known the name, but I didn't realize
Hmm.
every story was its own or was like I didn't realize every episode was its own like kind of telling of a story of one of his stories until like the
Hmm.
second episode. I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? Is this what I think it is? Like, ah! It was so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was. I honestly I love that director
yeah.
and
That
that
whole
guy who
crew,
does.
like all of the fucking
Yeah.
they Haunting of Bly Manor and Hill
Oh
House
yeah.
and
Hill
so
House is
good.
honestly one of my favorite pieces of
Yeah,
horror
yeah.
ever
I remember.
because it
Uh,
had. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I remember everyone in my Hello, I need to sleep. I can't stay. Hi, Jen. Thank you so much for stopping by. At least I appreciate you staying, coming and saying
Hi,
hi.
John.
Yeah, I remember everyone in the house that I was living in at the time. So it was my mom, her now or her then husband, and his kids, my stepbrother, and my mom's ex. They are fucking babies, and they didn't want to fucking stay and watch it. But the youngest sibling, who's like 12 years younger than me, so I think he was like 12 or something, like pretty young, was like, hey, I am into horror and I want to watch this show. And I was like, all right, cool. So we sat down and we watched it
12-year-old
together.
who's into
We
horror.
fucking
Well done.
binged it. It was, hey, my first rated R movie was when I was 12 and it was The Blair Witch Project. So.
What was my first? My first rated. Oh, wow. Wow. My first rated R. Whoa.
Oh no.
This is dark.
Oh no. Yeah, hit me with it.
Well, not dark. I mean, it's a fantastic movie, but I didn't.
It's just the fact that you watched it when you were 12.
My parents, or my mom specifically, is a very big
Yeah.
history buff,
Okay.
especially American history.
Gotcha.
And my first rated R movie was Glory
Damn.
with Denzel Washington, Matthew Broderick, Carrie Elwes, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
so many
Yeah.
actors in
Yeah.
that movie. Wow, I haven't thought about that in forever.
Yeah, no, my first one was the Blair Witch Project. Funny enough, the Blair Witch Project though, even though I was fairly young, like even I could tell like this is rated R because they say fuck every other word, you know?
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
mostly for the language, but also like I wasn't that scared of it. But I think it's because my parents explained to me it was marketed as a found footage film at the time.
Right.
And they told me they had to like explain because they didn't want me to get like too scared. But I was like, you could have told me nothing, and I would have thought this was fucking brilliant. Like I
Yeah.
would have loved every second of it. So it's still one of my favorites. But okay,
In terms of like favorite horror films, I feel like my favorite, anything like the Insidious movies.
yeah,
Those
I
were really good.
I love. I have a really hard time getting behind like big like franchise horror movies just because in my eyes, once you get past 3, it kind of gets goofy. Like,
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
know, make it a trilogy or make it nothing. You know, like that's kind of my thing.
Yeah.
The
Big
first,
A24 horror
yes,
though.
the
Love
first
that.
3 Paranormal Activity movies, absolutely obsessed.
Mm.
The first 3.
No,
After
another
3,
really good found footage.
it does get kind of goofy. Honestly, they could have left it at 1 and it would have been great. But the first 3,
They could've.
incredible. I really love found footage horror. Like they're just something interesting and more tangible about it. But
It feels real.
yeah, and but that's why like Blair Witch Project was so revolutionary at the time. You know, like that it came out because it was the first like horror movie that made people feel like they were in the story, like they were a part of it because it was so real. It was so like, oh, it is a found footage. Like, oh shit, this is, yeah.
So I didn't see it until much later in life, but one of my friends, or he was a person.
Okay,
he watched it when we were kids, when we were young, and he did this thing to me that I absolutely hated when we were at school, where he would go into the classroom. If he was there first, he would go into the classroom and he would walk all the way to the corner and just put his face in the corner.
So mean.
And he would have, the lights would be off, and I would come into the classroom,
horrifying.
and suddenly he would just be standing there in the freaking corner, and I would just be like,
You bastard!
What is going on with
Horrifying.
you? You're a monster.
Oh my god. Yeah, no.
Sorry,
the movie,
spoilers
so,
alert again for anyone
I mean,
who
the
hasn't
movie
seen Blair
the movie
Witch
came
Project.
out when I was like a toddler. Like it came out in like I think 99 or something like that. But
Yeah.
I remember when I was, you know, at that age that my parents decided it was okay for me to watch it, which was a preteen apparently. They were very much like, hey, this is like, this movie made me walk out of the theater. Like it was, and my parents are big horror buffs. Like all of us, we're a big horror movie family, right?
Yeah.
I remember my parents made me watch It against my will when I was like 13. That would, okay, it is a funny story. It's not traumatizing. It's funny. It's just even funnier to tell it like that. Because what happened was when I was like 6, I walked into my mom's room while she was watching It, and I saw a certain like scary scene and it freaked me out, and I was like, absolutely not. So then fast forward, I'm like 13. My mom comes into my room and is like, hey, we got pizza, we got a horror movie, come watch. And I was like, cool. So I go out. My mom had set up the screen to where it was just a black screen and all she had to do was hit play. And the first thing you see are these 2 big red letters. And I just went up and I went, nope. And I tried to leave. And my mom came and got me and was like, you're going to sit down, you're going to eat your pizza, and you're going to watch this movie with us. She does not remember that, and it's really funny to try and remind her because years later, as a fully fledged adult in my 20s, the new It movies came out. And my mom was like, hey, everyone in this house is a fucking dweeb and doesn't want to watch it. Like, they're all cowards. Do you want to come over and watch this movie with me? So I did. And at one point, because the first time I watched it, when I was like 13, my dad loves to jump scare us. So he crawled behind the couch and jumped up at a scary part and scared the shit out of me and my sister. So then, as a grown-up, my mom calls me to come watch this movie. I do. And we're having a great time. And at some point, she just gets up just to, like, go get herself, like, another drink or something, like, super just innocuous like that. I paused the movie. I turned on all the lights. I go, not today, bitch. I don't trust you. I followed her into the kitchen. It's like, y'all gave me trust issues.
I was not into horror until later. I remember having horrible, like, I remember, like, having a very traumatic moment with Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when he chose poorly. The guy picks the wrong chalice and he suddenly shrivels into a skeleton. That was traumatic for me.
There are 2 movies in the world that scared me so bad that I will never watch them again. And I was about 6 or 7 years old, and it was Poltergeist.
Yeah.
And so, like, what's funny is now, as a grown-up, like, 20 some odd years later, I know if I watch Poltergeist now, I would be like, this is great and I love it. But it was purely for the fact that I was a kid and watching it. And then also during that movie, my dad also came up behind me and scared me.
Oh no.
Because he loves doing that. And then, so yeah, I was like 7 and I just will never watch that movie again solely on principle. And then the other one that genuinely had me, like, it was hard to sleep at night was The Strangers. And there is something to me, I love paranormal horror.
That movie is fucked up, though.
That movie fucked me up. And I think I was, like, early teens. I think I was maybe, like, a freshman or sophomore in high school when I saw it. Yeah. And it fucked me up real bad. Like, the line, why are you doing this because you were home? Fuck that movie. Never see it again.
Yeah.
It was...
and the way it's sort of just nonchalantly said. It's just so like,
casual.
Because you were home.
Because you were home. Yeah, absolutely not. I'm also not a big fan of, like, I call them, like, gore porn, Like, the movies that are, like, just overly...
it's snuff.
Gore
it feels
is
like
great.
It's snuff, yeah.
Gore is great. Make a movie bloody. But don't, like... I can't get behind, like, slasher movies. I feel like they're too... Yeah. Although 80s slasher movies are great. Like, the first Friday the 13th is awesome. Like, the deaths...
But even that is sort of like... It is like a psychological horror element to that as well. Like...
If the plot is just gore and killing people, then I have a problem with that. Like, that's where I have issues.
No, I'm much more into the ghost apparition...
paranormal horror. That's why Paranormal
or like
Activity
sort of
like
demonic possession kind of horror.
Yeah, weirdly enough, it's funny because it's coming from someone who is like a very like spiritual, like I am a witchy woo-woo person. Watching movies like demonic horror, paranormal horror, stuff with ghosts and witches and all this stuff, it's like I'm more prepared to protect myself against those things. So like I feel safer around demons than I do around people. Is that a shitty thing to say? Like, it's...
I mean, I think that, and I don't think this is the biggest...
Yeah.
I don't think this is a big stretch.
Yeah.
Given the state of the world, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm more protected against the paranormal right now than I am against people. Okay, let's try and reel it back in. Let's get back on track.
Yes. So the last thing we figured out was her name, her hacker name is
her name
Sparky.
is Maeve. Her name is Spark. Relax.
Spark. Oh, right. Because
Sparky. Because he likes to. I think he likes to call her Sparky, and she's just like, I fucking hate you. Yeah. I think the idea of him like, not realizing that he actually hurt her, going to check on her, and then she just fully like physically flattens him, like just. is like, nope, all right, you are gonna
Oh
try
yeah,
and hurt my
it's
magic.
a
I'm going
complete
to.
comic. It's almost a comic relief scene because she
Yes.
knocked him out to capture him, and then she knocks him out again.
Yeah, and it's very much the first time she knocks him out is magic, and
Yes.
it's almost this idea of like, I think, so we talked a lot about like how the fairies feel about the humans, of like they're almost more like primal and brutal, they're more savage and more destructive, like that's kind of what her mindset about the humans are. I think the things that he's been taught about the fae are they rely on magic. They're so reliant on their energy and their magic, so you
And
can
don't ever give
like,
a fae your name.
yes, and so he's been taught to protect himself and to ward against their, again, like we were just talking about. Ha! I can bring the tangents full circle. Let's do this. But it's like he's more protected against the magical and the arcane side of dealing with the Fae, versus just
Yeah.
the fact that, yeah, this bitch is just going to
She's gonna wind up and
fight
take you out.
Like, she's also
Yeah.
just good at martial arts and will kill you. Like, that's she'll just use her bare hands. But he's not prepared for that. He is prepared to deal with their trickery and their magic and their cunning. And
Mm-hmm.
no, he was just a little too nice and went to see he didn't mean to physically hurt her, and she just
Yeah.
got him on his back and gave him a broken nose. Like,
So then so their relationship develops. We should talk about how does their
yes,
relationship
yeah.
go from being something that is like antagonistic to being something that is protagonistic,
Yeah, that is more
or
like,
what? Yeah, more.
yeah.
So
I
they.
think, well, I think so. I think the him seeing like the device like actually hurt her, because I think what happens is like she does pin him. She's able to like, take this moment of distraction and just like, but when she's got him pinned, he's able to like look into her eyes, and I think this moment, there's a moment of eye contact, because it is like the meet cute meets like the action,
Yeah.
darker part of it. But this moment of eye contact, he sees something in her that shows like she wasn't faking being hurt. She's genuinely, like, maybe
Yeah.
he sees a little like spark of light in her eye,
Mm-hmm.
or like maybe like one of her eyes like flickers, where it's like,
Or it could be
'cause-
something incredibly dark, like she has like burst blood vessels in her
yeah,
eye.
oh
because-
yeah, something
Okay.
like, so it looks more physical versus like, what is going on in my,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the stream and it got glitchy on the screen for a second. The Fae know we're talking about them, so yeah, no, I think like it does look more physical, so like maybe the glowy part of her eye is still there, maybe it's a little bit dimmer because the actual device did work, but like also you see it's like the burst blood vessel or something. Meanwhile, she looks into his eyes and she recognizes a little bit of magic that,
Oh yes.
and so she like stops and is like, she says something about him being Fae,
Mm.
but he's distracted and he's like, oh, you're actually hurt. And so both of them have this moment of like, maybe they say it at the same time, like he says you're hurt but she says you're Fae, and it says it at the same time, and then both of them have to stop and process what they said and go, wait, what? Yeah.
So words exchanged at the same time. Right?
Yeah. So she does get him arrested. She does get him in some kind of like a holding cell kind of situation, even if it is just like a room in the building that he can't get out of, But I think, or like an interrogation room or something like that,
Right.
So,
but I'm trying to think of like what makes her see him as more of a less of a villain and more of a good person.
Maybe maybe she's able to get him into like, this interrogation room, but like when she goes in there to actually question him and see like, hey, what, why are you here? What is this device? What are you trying to do? Like, whatever. She's trying to get answers out of him. Maybe he has some kind of like, medicine or some kind of thing that he can give her that he knows has helped him if he gets like, oh, okay, go with me on this.
Got it.
He uses these weapons, right, that are supposed to dampen magic. He doesn't know that he has his own like Fey magic, right? But maybe he gets like a headache after using these devices. And he thinks that it's
Oh.
just, the frequency, like, okay, it's just, everybody gets
I haven't
like a
tuned
kind of,
this device yet. I haven't figured it out.
because
all the
it's still
technology.
prototypes, it's still in development. So he thinks like, oh yeah, everybody kind of gets like, it'll give you kind of a headache when you use it, whatever. But like, so he hasn't realized that no, the other humans don't get that, and it's something that's like so mild that he doesn't realize that it's caused by that. And so, but he always has like, whatever this world's equivalent of like a Tylenol is or whatever, right, on him. Right. So when she goes in to like question him, he sees like she was actually hurt. Maybe she actually grabbed her head when she collapsed in pain after using the device. And so he gives her some ibuprofen, is like, it's just to help with the headache. Right. And that's when she brings up like, you're part Fae, and he's like, no, I'm not. And it becomes a whole thing, and she's has to try and get him to tap into or access his little bit of magic that he has. And
that's where we bring in the fairy dust.
Yeah. Yes, you're so right. Absolutely. She actually, like, in a weird, he's always grown up with slight headaches or something. Yeah, I think it's like, oh yeah, because the tech is the tech in his brain from the brain surgery is dampening his magic.
That's such a good point.
So he deals with like chronic headaches. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Oh, what is up with my stream? I can see the screen glitching out on it. The Fae know we're talking about that.
Wait, your screen is glitching?
Yeah, I see it on my screen sometimes where it's like when I look at the stream, it like see a weird like, yeah, it's, I don't know what's going on with it. It just, you see like the actual like screen look like it glitches a little bit. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It could just be my computer because I don't know. Virgo, are you seeing it at all? Do you see like if the screen is like glitch at all? Let me know if you see it next time it happens, because if it's just me, that's really funny. Because that's just the fairies that live in my room then.
I've just been watching it for like the last couple of almost a minute now. I'm not seeing any glitching.
It's not happening frequently. It's just happening every so often. I'll look over and I see like my screen like glitch like that. Yeah. Okay, so it is just me. Never mind then. That's super weird. I don't know what's going on.
It could be either a video driver on your computer or it could be a monitor connection.
Could be that. I'm choosing to believe that it's the gremlins that live in my computer.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
It's the little pixies that live in my computer that like to fuck with me sometimes. Yeah. Especially every time I talk about the Fae, something weird happens. I'm used to that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think I do like the idea of like fairy dust is actually real. Like I like the idea of it.
There was
being,
never
like,
a moment when it wasn't.
Yeah, but I think like he thinks, I think like the humans and therefore Reese too believe that it's like a thing that was in like books, or like maybe they believe that it was a thing that used to exist but now it doesn't, or something like that. Like maybe they don't know that they think that that's still part of the fiction of the Fae. So when he gives her like the Excedrin migraine or whatever, like to deal with her headache, because he's used to dealing with his chronic headaches, she says something like, do all humans experience these headaches the way that you do? Like, is this a thing?
Yeah.
And he says, if he says like, well, no, this is just like a condition or blah blah blah, like he mentions that it's maybe from the injury. Like he says something,
and that's when he breaks out of his bonds because he has a metal arm and he's just a badass.
Yes. Okay.
She just happens to be very attracted to men with prosthetics.
Yes. Solely because she is written by Savannah, who is very attracted to Bucky Barnes.
So it is written. So
There's
it shall
a kink
be done.
for everything. Virgo, you're so right. Listen, I will say, fantasy and sci-fi movies and shows that utilize prosthetics in their characters are always hot. It's always, they make them so sexy. Where it's like a fucking, like Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon is able to like get his like prosthetic leg and like
That's a
sync
good
it
point.
up with the like mechanics uh Toothless,
Oh
its
my
tail and all that, and
God.
like,
That's the reason why I love doing.
so
That's the
right.
reason why I love
Yeah.
playing Warforged so much. Is because of Data. Like Data,
That's
Star Trek: The Next
awesome.
Generation was one of
Yeah.
my favorite. Is probably, I would consider that to be my Star Trek show, even though I think
Cool.
I loved Voyager
I love it.
almost as much. But the the thing was that I'm always so bought into an idea of a created being that is
Yes.
not created by a deity, but a created being that is created by a human, or
Yeah.
an unperfect
Yeah.
an unperfect being who is who has to then deal with his own perfection,
Yeah.
and how it is and but also struggling to find his humanity. That is something that is
That's so fun.
it is such a fun thing to play, but it's also such a fun thing in just fiction in general.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, cyborg characters are cool as hell. Like, cyborgs are always fun as hell. Like,
yeah.
total this is not sci-fi or fantasy in any kind of way, but when I was like a little kid, fucking Ned's Declassified, his friend that had like his glasses or
Hmm.
yeah, what was his name? Cookie, I think. It was the best friend who was
Yeah.
like weirdly part cyborg for no reason at all. Like, that's it was
Um,
such a fun show because it was just about a middle school, but then for some reason his best friend was literally like a cyborg for no
Part
reason.
robot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's I mean, for whatever, because I'm thinking about Milo, I'm also thinking about Treasure Planet. Long John
Yes.
Silver in Treasure
Yeah.
Planet, he is a cyborg.
Yeah.
He was such a really cool character. Like, the character was already cool before he was a cyborg.
Yeah.
But then they made him a cyborg, and that suddenly was like, oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Um,
No, fantasy cyborgs are cool as hell. Fantasy and sci-fi prosthetics, like prosthetic like arms, legs, whatever,
hmm,
are always sexy. Like, they're just because they're used in such cool like inventive ways, you know?
yes,
Like,
for sure.
yes, sexy in the way that like Bucky Barnes is hot. Like, but also like
Yeah.
interesting and cool, and a really interesting actual play
Mm.
reference is um in Talking XP's Ravenloft Misfits, one of my favorite APs. If you know me at all, you know
Mm.
that I have watched that series 3 times. I think Johnny did actually like name me as just, oh my gosh, thank you so much for the sub, Game Jousters. I appreciate that. I will talking again about the getting closer to my hot tub stream goal. I'm sorry. So stupid. Thank you so much for that.
Sounds
Sorry,
like
that
very
was
valuable, and I would
fully
just like to
distracted.
like be this should totally be the we need to make this happen by the end of the stream. Uh, how many?
Yes.
Wait, you need 500?
I need 500, yeah.
Let's just reshare the stream right now, and we'll just
Yes.
say everyone follow for no reason in particular, but it might be cool.
But like something might happen. I don't know.
Yeah,
I love
we
it.
got to hit a stretch goal.
Yeah. Well, if you do it before Gen Con, then me and Sam will do a hot tub stream together. So stupid. Okay, moving on. Back on track here. But no, so what I was saying before I got distracted was like Ravenloft Misfits on Talking XP's channel, there is a character, she doesn't come until like later, but Beatrice has a prosthetic leg, and it's
Mhm.
all like, and then actually there's several characters who have prosthetics, but they're always used in like really cool. I mean, Beatrice is also an artificer, so that makes sense that she would be able to do cool shit, right? But that's why artificers are cool characters, and that's why you can like, this is why representation is cool and interesting, and it makes it because you can do cool shit with things like prosthetics, disability aids, mobility aids, whatever, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't always have to come from a position of loss. It can just be.
Yeah.
It can be something that just enhances that person, and
Absolutely.
they always recognize it as that.
And like part of their, this is just speaking on like representation as a tool in storytelling. This is a very weird, very deep cut for me. I am not necessarily a gamer. I don't play a lot of like video games. When I was a kid, I used to play a ton of like just like CD-ROM games, like computer games. And one of my favorites was Barbie Secret Agent. Me and my sister used to love this game, right? Well, so I, purely for nostalgia, me and my sister were on the phone, and I found on YouTube a playthrough of Barbie Secret Agent, because you can find anything on YouTube. Genuinely.
Oh, yeah, you can.
I've found playthroughs of, like, the old, like, I Spy CD-ROM games, of, like, all of this, right? And so I found a playthrough of Barbie Secret Agent, and just in the first, like, 5 minutes, Barbie goes into, like, her, like, training room, and the girl who's, like, you know, giving her assignments, or, like, this, is in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And I was like, I completely forgot about that. But it's so cool to see, like, even in the fucking late 90s and 2000s, like, computer games, you see really cool, like, oh my god, oh, I was not expecting that. Holy shit, Game Jasters. We actually started Hype Train. Oh, shit, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Holy shit. I was not expecting that.
That is so cool. Now they don't have to have ads anymore.
That was a jump scare for me because I wasn't expecting it. Oh my god. Thank you so much. That was so great. Oh, I love that. That was such a good time. Oh my gosh. That was a good thing to, like, pull me out of my tangent about Barbie Secret Agent, though. So, because it does look like we are coming up on the... oh my gosh, it's still happening. What's happening?
Virgo Rain is paying forward the gift they got from Game Jasters to the community. Oh, wow, so cool.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Virgo.
You guys are so great. Oh my god. It's stuff like this that makes me like, I'm gonna cry on camera. You can't do that to me. I didn't used to be a crier until I started playing D&D.
That's real.
I genuinely, I was not... Before I started getting into TTRPGs, the one, like, medium that could make me cry, sob, real tears is musical theater. I love musicals. I'm a big Broadway geek, right? I've cried during every musical I've ever watched. I cried during Shrek the Musical. That's a true story. It was during Freak Flag. Don't judge me.
That is so interesting. I remember...
Yeah.
I don't think...
Yes. Like... Virgo says, this is just for me to put my name in the hat for the Savannah Hot Tub stream with me and my mermaid ensemble. Yeah, it's gotta happen, for sure. Yeah, so like before actual plays, it was always musicals, and then I started getting into watching APs, and then Talking XP. I met Johnny and told him, hey, I'm about to binge watch your campaign, and then I did, and I've cried so many times over Ravenloft Misfits. But it's a Curse of Strahd campaign. Of course, there's gonna be moments that are like emotional.
There are some very emotional highs and lows.
There have been times where, like, I had just met Johnny online. We had not met in person yet, but we were friends, and I ended up starting to live commentary text him my reactions to me binge listening to his campaign. And he loved it, but we would be having, like, a normal conversation, and out of nowhere, he'll just get, like, a random text from me in all caps that says, "You sadistic fuck, what's wrong with you?" It's so fun. I bully him so hard because he's made me cry so many times. Like, you fucking bastard. And now he's got his new series that he started, Bitten, which only has the like a prequel kind of episode, or it's like a setup episode, and then the first episode of the campaign, and already I'm like, Johnny, you count your fucking days. I'm coming for you. Like, already I'm emotional.
So are you going to be at Gen Con?
I am going to be at Gen Con, and I cannot wait.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Classic Sam, I was originally not going to go because money. Sam decided to kidnap me. I told her, she asked me if I was going, and I said no, and she just went, wrong answer. And I said, okay. And she was like, I have a ton of airline miles. She, like, got my flight for me. She put me in a ton of panels and her actual play events. So that...
Wait, are we in a panel together?
I think we are, actually.
Wait, what the fuck?
I think we're in. I know I'm in. Wait, no, you're in one of her. You're in one of her actual play events, right? Which
Right.
AP event are you in? You're in the State of Hell versus whatever.
That sounds right. The
Yeah.
20th level one.
Okay, so yes, so
Yeah.
we're in the same AP event together.
Yes.
Which is gonna be
Okay.
so fun to actually like play at a table with you. But I think we're also in a panel. Yeah, she signed me. She was like immediately like, okay, no, you're going to Gen Con. I'm gonna put you in a bunch of panels. I'm gonna put you in an AP event. I'm gonna get you a badge. Here's your flight. I'll see you there. And I was like,
Holy
fuck,
fuck.
okay, shit. All right, I guess I'm going to Gen Con.
That is
now.
wow, Sam. What a win.
This is the second convention in a row that I've gotten bullied and kidnapped into going, because at PAX
Was
Unplugged,
PAX you the last one?
PAX was the last one, and it was because Whitney bullied me into signing up for her giveaway for a badge, and I just happened to win. I just won the giveaway. And then I was like, but I don't have a way to get there, and Whitney said, fuck off, I'm getting you there, and she helped me get my flight.
Oh my god.
I was like, y'all, I'm gonna cry. My friends are so fucking cool, y'all. Everybody go follow Classic Sam NYGM and go follow Smoking Glue Guns, because
also,
they're the
why aren't you
coolest,
already
nicest
following
people.
them?
Yeah, if you're not already, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing not following Smoking Glue Guns? Come on.
For real. Okay.
Yes, we are coming up on time here.
Yes, it does look like we're almost to the 2-hour mark. This is a... Oh, yeah, what was the...
What do we call this?
Interesting. Yeah, because I always have to have some kind of, like, title for... Also, just a title for, like, the YouTube episode. I can't believe y'all got me to a level 2 hype train tonight. Thank y'all so much. I love it. For a stream that was, like, supposed to be 2 hours ago and, like, is usually, like, you know, earlier in the night, I got so much hype tonight, and I'm, like, loving this. I'm so happy. So, okay. Yeah, what would we call this? I'm trying to figure out what the little doodle, the overlay doodle is gonna be, like, what I'm gonna draw on the screen for this.
Oh.
I know. I want to do something with, like, obviously I want to do something with, like, fairy wings, something with wings, you know?
I mean, yeah, cybernetic wings.
Yeah.
Something very, like, sci-fi, but also, like, still...
Well, what's something that, like, because that very much represents, you know, her, Maeve's side of this. What would be a thing that I can combine to draw, like, fairy wings on something that would be a representation of Reese? Like a...
you know, a really hot cybernetic robot arm.
I knew you were going to say a robot arm. I'm going to do it. I knew it. I'm going to draw a robot arm with neon pixie wings. A close-up of Reese's eye, but the... Ooh! Virgo, you're so smart. Oh my god. Virgo's my new bestie.
They're really a good person.
Being my fucking soulmate in chat right now, and I'm loving it. Okay. So I guess, I mean, we're at about the 2-hour mark. I could give our recap, unless you're the one with all the notes. Do you want to give a little recap, like a what's our like movie trailer?
Very quickly. So, like, we could so there's certain things that we've said.
Yes.
That I've just been, like, taking notes on, and
Game Jousters is
so we
also
could
so
call
smart.
it...
The robo arm has cables coming out of it in the shape of wings. I'm gonna draw this. I love that. I hope y'all know all of these doodles, like, I draw throughout the week before next week's stream, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it, but I'll make it work.
Iron and ether.
Ooh! I love that! Holy shit, that's a good one. Yeah, okay. Iron and ether. See, now that is the note that I have to actually write down. Or would it be spelled A-E-T-H-E-R?
Let me
get my notebook out.
I'm...
Random note. I have a set of sticky notes that just say "Listen, bitch" at the top of them, and I love them. They just make me laugh. Just have those.
I mean, the ether is like, in terms of like, I'm just looking up the word itself. In literary terms, it's the clear sky, the upper regions of air beyond the clouds, which fairies would be able to reach to with their wings.
Yes.
But iron and ether. And I think it could be ETHER, or it could be AETHER. What's the difference? Why? Oh, okay. So it's a
I
mixture of
think
the Greek.
ether with the A
It's a
is
mixture of the Greek and the Latin, and then there's Old French that has made it change into ETHER.
Yeah, actually, Virgo's right. I like ether with just the E because I kind of typed it, or I kind of wrote them down as both. And honestly, looking at it, I like spelling it with just the E. Just putting them next together, like the way it's written, I can see it like visually. Like the typography would be really cool.
So Game Jousters, this is going to be all right. So here we go. Here's my recap. Listen, everyone, as we tell you. Okay. So the prompts were fairy action movie, and we very quickly, for a brief second, we were like, okay, fairy. Well, we could do a medieval, and then we were just like, wait a second, and we were like, let's do a cyberpunk futuristic thing where there is fairy, but also there are humans, and there is a covert Cold War happening between the two peoples, and then we sort of like hit upon what's a big trope right now, like enemies to lovers is a big one, Romeo and Juliet, and then we started talking about our characters. I was going very much for a Milo meets Blade. Milo from the movie Atlantis meets Blade. He's a hacker, whereas Savannah's character Maeve is a Tinkerbell meets Lara Croft. They are the fairy. Reese is the name of my character. He is a human, and
he thinks he's a human.
He thinks he's a human, but there's you have to get to book 2.
Cool. The reveal doesn't happen until the sequel. That's cool. Okay.
Yes. Well, there's hints at it throughout the first book, but you don't put it together until the big reveal in the second book.
I imagine the first book is all of the enemies, and the second book is the enemies turning into the lovers part of it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And there's and it is a futuristic Earth of sorts where the Fae are much more sort of like dominantly present. And we established that our hacker names are Spark for Maeve and Thorn for Reese. And
we could also Spark and Thorn is a cool title too.
Oh, yes.
I feel like
I don't know why we didn't think of that.
Okay, hear me out though. Because we're thinking fantasy trilogy book series, right? First book,
oh yeah, sure.
Spark and Thorn. Second book, Ember and Ether.
Oh.
Or Iron and Ether, I mean. Yeah.
Iron and Ether.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's the name. There's the title of the fantasy series, the Iron and Ether series, and then the first book is Spark and Thorn.
Yeah.
Or
okay.
Spark double dash Thorn.
Yeah. I love it. Face off, Virgo. I love it. Yeah, so good. Okay.
That is, in effect, our recap.
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're so good. On that note, Andy, thank you so much for being on my show. Holy shit, this is so much fun.
This is a blast. It was a lot of fun.
We really worked our asses, like going back and forth trying to figure out when can I get you on the show, and it was like worth it. Like it was worth the figure out the scheduling. I am gonna make the fuck sure that Andy gets on this show. I'm
just so happy that this happened because I'm going on vacation literally tomorrow, and I'm going to I'm fully committed to being completely unplugged during my vacation. Like I'll be back on. Yeah. I'll be coming back Oddly enough, my wife and my children will be staying
Yeah.
in on the Northeast for a bit with my parents, and I'll be coming back home because I really can't miss work.
Yeah, I
So
get that.
I'll only be there for a week, and then I'll be coming home. But I'm very happy that this happened pre me going, because this is sort of like it's setting the tone. It's setting the tone. Like, this was such a
Yeah.
blast, and I'm sure that they'll continue to just have good times as we progress throughout the next week. So I'm here for it.
Good. I'm so glad.
Um,
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure the people that are in the chat right now know exactly who you are and where to find you, but just for funsies, go ahead and plug all your stuff. I'm going to find a channel for us to raid. But tell everybody, where can we find you on the internet?
Absolutely. Well, hey everyone. I usually start off with "Hey, beautiful nerds," but I am Andy, aka Mr. Dandy DM. I am a Chicago-based actor, voice actor, writer, actual play producer, and professional game master. And I am also the creator of actual play shows such as Our Flag Means Doom, The Survivors of Ashkelon, and Shadows of Ashkelon. All of them are set in a homebrew world that I created over 5 years ago, and have been playing in for over 5 years now, called Odromia. It is sort of a high fantasy meets steampunk-ish meets very fairy fae. In fact, Virgo plays a satyr character who is now an
Yes.
ascended. They are an ascended fae creature now, who is like
I
a
love
guardian of the
this.
Feywild.
That's so cool.
And if you are interested in seeing me like play in other people's shows, I'm usually playing a Warforged automaton or lovable robot character because, as we have stated during this, it is one of the things I love to play the
So
most.
fun. Yeah.
And I am, I'm just, I'm here for all the nerd shit, and this, not the least of which was this, because this was this is awesome. This is an
Isn't
awesome
it great?
concept. Like, I didn't know what I was necessarily getting into. Like,
Yeah.
I was like not nervous, but I was like, I knew that I was going to just commit to the bit no matter what.
You were
And I'm
just gonna
so
yes
glad.
and your way through the whole
Yeah.
stream.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm so
That's
glad I did.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
kind of the vibe. Is like a lot of my guests have asked me beforehand, like, hey, do I need anything prepped? Like, do I need dice? Do I need to, like, no? And I was like, genuinely, the point of this is that we are not prepared for what's going to happen. The point is that we don't
Mhm.
know the prompts until the episode starts, and we get
Yep.
them totally random, and we're everything is off the cuff. Everything is, I. The goal of Not Quite Novelist is to foster a space of pure, unadulterated inspiration and creativity.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've accomplished that in so many episodes, and this one like feels like, okay, this is exactly why I do this show. Is just
Yeah.
to
I mean,
just
I feel like in the
no
very short span
parameters.
of
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
in the span of like
like
2.5
2 hours.
hours,
Yeah,
we managed to create the premise and outline for the beginning of a cyberpunk fantasy romantasy novel,
yeah.
that hopefully young adults won't read, but they'll probably sneak looks
But they
at the
probably
library.
will. Yeah, exactly. I love this. Thank you. God, thank you so much. Yeah, it was so worth all of the like trying to figure out the scheduling just to make this happen cuz
Yes.
I'm so happy with what we created.
Me
On
too.
that note, we're going to raid it's actually a chill lo-fi channel called Turtles and Chill, and it literally is just like we're just watching turtles. Like, it's just turtles in a tank that we just get to hang out with and watch.
Nice.
And it's 9 o'clock at night, so I feel like we all need a good like wind down after that. So we're gonna raid
For
into
sure.
them. Let me go ahead and get that started. While that's going, thank you to all of the new people who showed up. Thank you for all the gifted subs and the hype train. Holy shit, that was
Yes.
I had a great time. I am blown away every time someone does anything to support my channel. So thank you guys. Come back next week. I do this every single Sunday. Usually it is at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so we're going a little bit later tonight, but that's fine. Follow Not Quite Novelist on Instagram. I'm on Threads now. All that good shit. This episode will also be going up on YouTube, hopefully in the next week. So, on that note, be kind, be chaotic, and be creative. And I will see you next week. Have a good night.